Today I went to Home Bargains to look at their Easter range, and the Easter eggs they had were very similar to the ones in B&M, but there was a little lonely Milky Bar one at the top for $2.99. You also had these unicorn teddy with an Easter egg and a dragon one as well, and I think they were $2.99 as well. Yeah. Also had the Paw Patrol one for $1.49, and you had Kit Kat chunky ones and a smaller one as well. Had lots of the little Milky Bar ones, the small ones for $1.49, and then you had the Terry chocolate orange one and a smaller one as well. Also had Aero, fruit pastels, Maltesers and a white Twix, which were $5.99. If you know someone who loves Reese's, they had this big box of Reese's chocolate for $9.99. My brother would love it because he loves Reese's. Also had this chocolate treat box from Cadbury with crunchy fudge, buttons, Freddos and Biscoff as well. I think that was $5.99 for that one. Yes, it was. Gingerbread Malteser reindeers in the Easter. Don't ask why, don't know why. And also some little mini Kinder eggs as well. They had these gummy sweets. They were the Toy Story aliens. They also had them in Peppa Pig as well. And they also had, I think his name is Lotso. I'm not a big Toy Story fan, so I think it's Lotso, is that right? And they were 99 pence each. They also had some Easter Bunny ones as well, and they had Easter Bunnies and friends, so they had like little chicks and everything with them as well. If you wanted to get those, again, they were only 99 pence. For $7.99, you had this Easter egg with a plush teddy and also a book, which is great for little ones. You also had the Easter log for £1.59 as well. Do you buy those or would you make your own? Also had the little Cadbury mini eggs too for $1.69. Reese's eggs, they had the milk chocolate one and they had the white chocolate one as well. So I think the white chocolate one would be lovely. Also had these Reese's eggs. I've not seen them before. Again, my brother would love them. Little Malteser bunnies, the Jelly-tastic bars, the Milky bars, the Smarties, Milky Bar and Friends. Again, the chocolate and the sweets are very similar in majority of the stores. And again, you had all the mini egg cakes as well. So there's nothing really different from store to store when it comes to the actual chocolates and the sweets. Maybe a few sweets are different, but majority is the same. Lots of mini eggs. They've got the bars and you actually had the mini eggs as well. And they had these Serene bars. This was raspberry and white chocolate, but they also had lemon as well. Moving on, you had lots of Cadbury cream eggs, like the original, the caramel, the white chocolate. You had bars, you had cake, everything Cadbury cream egg. You had lots of it in Home Bargains. You had this Easter treat tin. I'm not sure how much it was. I think it was like $2.99, and inside was just marshmallow bunnies and chicks. Also could decorate your own gingerbread chick. I think my son might like that. They were $1.79 each. Also you could get these little cookies. They were 79p. My son's had them before and they're not very nice, so let me know if you like them. Chocolate bunnies, just to put in like a little Easter basket, 99p. I like this chocolate bunny. I think he was £1.50, not 100% sure. If you didn't want to get the big one, they did have a smaller one as well. So I think my son would like the smaller one because the big ones are usually waste. A hollow eggs if you're doing your own Easter egg hunt. And they had more of the jelly gummy sweets as well. They had these Easter egg ones. Apparently they're peelers, so I don't know what they are, but there's a berry blast. And they also had the carrot one as well. You also had, these are the Easter bunnies and chick marshmallows that are in the tin, or you could just buy a bag of them, and they were 99 pence. So I'd probably just buy the bag. The chocolate lollies, they were £1.49. Great if you got quite a few people to buy for. And you had this 9 compartment of gummy sweets, and you had this sweet lolly with a straw. The straws come in different colours, in blue and grey and pink, and I think that was it, in yellow. They were 59p. You had the orange jelly beans like a carrot for 99p. And you also had these little pens, and in the bottom were more jelly beans. I think they were only like 59p. So you had the bunny, but they also had the chick as well. So you could get one each, or whichever one your little one would prefer. More of the gummy bunnies. There was a lot of these. These are not in B&M, so these are just in Home Bargains. You had the bunnies and you also had the carrot ones as well. So you could get both or just one, up to you. They had a big bag of mini Haribo bags. They were $3.99. You could buy the bag or you could get the tub. They're both at $3.99 each. So whichever one suits you. They had these little chocolate lollies, bunnies and chicks, and you had the marshmallow lollies, which were 69p, again in bunnies and chicks as well. My son would like that. He does like marshmallows. They had a bag of lollies. I don't know how many were in there, but I think it was like £1.49 for the bag. I don't really like my son having lollies. It's just a thing I have. You also had these little tins. You had the chick and you had a bunny and you had an Easter egg tin. I think they were £1.49 and each of them had little mini eggs in, as you can see just there. So I think they were £1.49 for those. And there's a Happy Easter tin as well. I mean, you could reuse it for the following year as well if you wanted to, and then fill it up with your own chocolates. You also had these Easter butter cookies, like the Danish cookies you get at Christmas, but these were Easter shaped. And this was the Humpty Dumpty with more of the marshmallow, bunny and chicks as well. They were £1.99. This is called a shaker maker. It's £1.50. They had it in pink, yellow and green. And you just shake it up and you got this little toy. So great if you're doing an Easter basket for someone. This is a great little gift to put in. And they had it in yellow, but they also had it in green as well. For £1.49, I thought it was a bargain. Crack It Your Way, a massive egg filled with just generic chocolate. If you went and seen the B&M one, they had a Milky Bar and a Smartie one. These are £9.99. We also had this big speckled egg one. These are £4.99. One was already open, so it's just mini eggs inside. More of these baskets here. You had the chicks, they were £1.49, and you also had a green one here as well. So if you're on your Easter egg hunt, they had smaller ones, but inside were already colouring sheets and some eggs, and they were £3.59. You could get them in bunny and you could get them with the chick as well. So obviously being Easter, it's mainly bunnies and chicks. Little tiny basket, you had a natural colour, a yellow and a pink, and you could also get the bigger ones as well if you didn't want the smaller one. For other baskets that they had some plastic ones, which I'll show you in a bit. They had these 12 refillable eggs, so you could put your own eggs in for an Easter egg hunt. They had them in chick and bunnies as well, if you wanted to do that. And they also had these woven bags, and I don't think they were overly expensive, but again, a chick one and a bunny one if you wanted to get those too. And these are the plastic baskets. They were 99p each. If you're going to do a Easter basket, that's quite cheap really. And then you had these little fake daffodils as well. I love this cushion. It's a bunny hot cross bun. Awesome, not seen that before. And also the chick one as well. I don't know if it's a cushion or a teddy, but they were £3.99 each. Bargain. A little pink bunny holding a carrot. They also had that in white and in grey, but it was starting to get busy in Home Bargains, so it might be a bit rushed now. They had smaller bunnies. This is a sheep. That's not a bunny, that's a sheep, a chick. And then they had the bunny, but they had the bunny in all different colours, so not just white one. They also had this carrot, teddy, and they had a hot cross bun for Easter, which I've not seen the tedders before. I don't know if they were out last year, but I can't remember seeing them. And then you had some more little bunnies here. Again, you had it in white, brown, and you had it in like a dark grey colour as well. You also had some bunny ears in pink and in blue if they want to wear those. And some Easter signs for Easter egg hunt if you're doing that. They were £1.99 for those. Some stickers as well and some more Easter egg stuff for £1.49. And they had lots of colouring books and scratch books and lots of different activity books for kids to do. Again, if you're doing a Easter basket. And they also had some balloons as well. These are little like stakes that you put in the ground that you can colour in. Wind up toys. They had the chick. They did have the bunny as well. So if you didn't want just the chick. A bubble wand for £2.99. And here are some bonnets that you can decorate yourself. Only 99p, or you could just buy a bonnet. If you got a little girl, they could have this for £5.99 at this tutu and bunny ears with a little bunny tail. You can go on an Easter egg hunt, or you could buy a piñata. I think this was £5.99 for the piñata. Just got to fill it up with sweets and big tube of bubbles as well. Great for another Easter basket. Lots of Easter craft stuff. You've got this big, massive box of Easter crafts and lots of different things in here to keep the kids occupied. I think it was £5.99. I'm turning it around so you can actually see everything that's in there and the things that you can make with it as well. So lots of craft stuff in Home Bargains. You could get a bonnet and you could get all the bits to go with it, so you can decorate your own Easter bonnet. And you had some Easter bunting just here, some little fake daisies. You also had them in pink as well. And the honeycomb bunnies too, that you could hang up if you wanted to decorate your home for Easter. I don't decorate my home. Let me know if you do. More bonnets, more stuff to decorate the bonnet, or if you're doing something else crafty. Here's a lot of craft items if you're doing Easter crafts or just decorating different things. Lots of feathers here in blue and yellow, and they were 99p each. And you could have this big craft set as well. I don't think that was overly expensive. A bath bomb, an Easter bath bomb just there. So great to get the kids in the bath at Easter holidays. Little fuzzy, I don't know what they are, flock bunnies. I think that's what they're called, flock bunnies. They were only 99p. So you get the green ones or the colourful ones. If you've got a party, everything you need for a party: napkins, paper plates, paper cups, serviettes, tablecloths, more decorations, more craft items, all the chicks, the colourful chicks, the yellows, all different sizes. And you can even get these little nest baskets too. For £1.29, you could buy these foam eggs, and they had colouring pencils in. You could just decorate your own egg. A great way of keeping the kids occupied throughout the summer holidays. They had stickers and ribbons and all sorts of stuff. I think there was 4 eggs in there in total. Some more mini eggs, some little bunnies. I think there was 300 foam stickers in this little pack. Little sheet for decorating for 99p, and for 79p you could get some little carrots as well. There was also this craft activity egg. There was lots of different things inside the egg if you wanted to do that. And I love these. They're only £5.99. Bargains, and kids would love them. Hopefully the weather would be nice. £5.99, and you got the kind of like Easter chick bunny. Don't quite know what that is. And then you had the Easter bunny as well. £5.99 is a bargain for those, and they could be reused over and over again. Little Easter pajamas, if you want to get your little ones some pajamas, they were only £4.50 and had a range of different kids sizes, just kids I think. Decorate your own bunny. I'm not sure how much that one was. Decorate your own Easter bag, that was only 79p. And then you had lots of decorating your own eggs and stuff, and egg cups too. So these were foam ones that you could colour in, but you used to decorate in your own eggs. You could paint them. You could paint a egg cup. You had it in a chick, and you also had it in a bunny as well. So again, more of the eggs. There's a bunny egg cup, and again the chick egg cup as well, which would be great for boiled egg in the morning on Easter. You can make your own clay character just there. And there was lots of Easter bags. Sorry, it's getting a bit rushed now, but it was starting to get quite busy in Home Bargains. Easter cards. Let me know if you do Easter cards. I don't, but let me know if you do. And these little decorative bunnies, they had them in pink, purple, green and yellow, which I thought they were quite nice. I quite like those. And then finally, some more decorations, more mugs. And there were some glasses as well. So you could get these beakers, and it had a curly straw in it that was only 99p, which I think my son would like. Or you could get the glass ones if you didn't want the plastic ones. The glass ones for 79p, a bit cheaper, which I found unusual. But we're coming to the end of the video now. So let me know if you would like me to do any more Easter videos. I can go to Asda, I can go to Aldi. I'm not sure if you want me to do that. So let me know in the comments if you do. Again, there was lots of these carrot plates if you are having a party or a little get together, or just doing something with your family, so you can have a little bit more of an Easter decoration. And now they even do Easter boxes, like Christmas Eve boxes, for £3.99. And then there's some more teddies just here as well. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with a friend if you think they would like to have a look too, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.